Hello, universe. Yeah, here we are, episode 177. A number I have some sort of cosmic affinity toward, because I guess I was going to be awarded an F for my attempt to knock items off my accumulated lists of does anybody even give a shit about this stuff? Notes. Well, yeah, I give a shit about it. Since I'm the only one that matters. At least today, at this point, since there's nobody around to help. Lily is at an interview at Taco Bell, and having convinced her to put on something other than clashing stripes top and bottom, will probably get hired. And I say this because this will be her third stint there. The last one, and I have to admit, this is pretty ballsy. She just walked in and having the uniform, because she had been fired from Taco Bell or had walked off the job, not sure which, doesn't matter. She had the uniform, she walked in, just started working. And then was like, wait a second, I thought all my paperwork had already gone through, I'm sorry, and got herself on the schedule that way. I mean, if you're gonna be harassed by the system that marks you down as a felon or as a schizophrenic or as anything else that may weed you out of the ability to work, one way to get around that is to just start working and then ask to get paid. And while Lily has decided this time to go through the entire front door instead of side door, back door, or whatever other door she finds available, I applaud her tenacity and have always applauded her tenacity. Lily does not have an easy life. Most of it self-imposed, but certainly not all of it. And the worst of it is not self-imposed. The worst of it is accumulated bureaucratic suffocation that she's a danger to somebody, herself potentially included. Okay. I mean, I do not dismiss the value seen by both society at its core and the individual at its least connected, for there to be a method or methodology that we have for helping take those people to places where harm is reduced. But to reduce the harm to the greater good necessarily inflicts harm on the individual. And drawing that line, well, I'm glad other entities have taken on that role, because I wouldn't even want to think I'm able to make judgments of those kinds. Anarchy may be all I can associate with when you get right down to it. But liberty infringed, by whom, for what, why, how, to what degree, what extent, and in the capacity toward what end? Well, it just seems like it never works out. So, what's the alternative? Communal grace, cooperation, caring, kindness, understanding. The idea that there are no problems, there are only solutions. Conundrums are certainly expected, as are face plants, face palms, and every other kind of face reorganization. The human experience provides us. I just have started to wonder how effective suppression techniques are compared to those that expand and elevate alternatively. But what are we going to do with all the lawbreakers? You just tell people to go out and do whatever they want to do. They're going to do some stupid shit. I don't know. I really don't. Like, what do you want to upset in a system full of congratulations? Well done. Awesome. Way to go. Well, humans aren't built that way. Humans are built to self-destruct. We prove it over and over again. Just look around. Got any fentanyl over there, buddy? Oh, never heard of that. What is it? Well, if it's got the Merc M on it, give it to me. Drugs. Despair. The desperation of living a life unhinged, and the coping mechanisms that start to assign themselves the sort of return value that makes risk of everything seem less risky. How does it become that barely holding on, keeping it together, never really certain what's next, but that uncertainty, at least for today, has been staved off? Well, the energy, the collaborative, the wave organization that discombobulation deters, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. You just can't see cooperative, communal escalation as inevitable because all the energy currently is designed to fracture. It's a risk, this cooperative thought. It's a risk, I know. But what risk lately have you taken? What push of your own boundaries and beliefs have you knowingly thrust upon yourself? Where have you challenged yourself recently? Have you learned a new skill, picked up an instrument, spoken newly in a foreign tongue? How have you expanded that which you think, I wonder if I'm capable of doing this? Could I be twice as kind this week as I was last week? And instead of seeing fractured moments as opportunities to reinforce my view of a fractured world, could I take this week to take every fracture and see how much reactive, solvent, and adhesion formula can I use to restore? Am I capable of that? Do I have it in me to take the curveballs in life, and instead of backing out of the batter's box and waiting for a better pitch, knowing I deserve to hit something easier than a curveball, well, can I actually learn how to make contact time after time in situations where until now I've been reluctant to perform. It seems to me if the disorganized sense of meta energy, every excursion into the environment at large now surrounds me with, well, the only way I know to go about fixing that is to solve one person's dilemma one at a time, on and on and on and on. So when I talk about phase 2, I haven't been able to get there because Phoebe's health derailed my intent on Friday, and my intent is to experience day 1 of this this escapade, this caper, this next step I know I must take. Well, I envision it involving one of 2 people, my mother or Lily. And I really wished to include my mom in this, but I don't know that our paths haven't disconnected finally. And maybe that's finally a lesson this mama's boy needed to learn. I accept that doing this journey with Lily in tow is now probably inevitable, but I certainly resisted wanting to start it with her aside. But I do know that there is more meaning to pulling through phase 2 with Lily's influence and Lily's direct participation. So, 177. I like the idea that 177 could be a point of pivot, a place where vectors coincide, energy confabulates the past, present, and future into that which is both earned and deserved and reward for just not understanding my point in life, my purpose in life, my destiny in life, my realization of having lived a good life. All those fortune cookies that I kept opening saying, here's how you do it, 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 this is what's going to happen, here's how it's going to go down, this is all the way that you gotta be set up to say at the end, I'm okay with dying because I lived right. Well, I'm okay with dying now because I know who I am. I know why I'm here. And I know what needs to happen for me to, no matter when my back legs decide to give out and leave me unsure of what to do next. Well, that moment's going to happen for everybody. And mine no longer will feel like a panic. I may wish for a little more time to keep doing the things that I find now of value to do. Be kind, be understanding, and be forgiving. For something tells me, no matter when it is that my last breath occurs, this universe will still be in desperate need of those who are willing to, no matter what, be kind, be understanding, and be forgiving of everybody in every situation in every misspoken, awkwardly stated intent of life, well, take it easy. What you so worked up about? Why you being such a dick? No reason to wake up on the bitchy side of the bed when you can wake up on the sunny side. Even I, having failed entirely what I was supposed to do in episode 176, and here in episode 177, having not even brought my list or my box or any notes of any kind, well, I guess one more time, here I have failed what I was supposed to be doing. But that doesn't make me a failure. In fact, realizing how little the lists matter to me in the long run, in some ways that's the biggest win I figured out in life. You don't get measured by the outcome of this or that event. You get a whole lifetime to figure shit out. And if you're as dense or thick-headed as me, a lifetime, like I said, may not be enough. But being kind, understanding, and forgiving has filled my life with purpose. I wonder what fills your life with purpose. I mean, since Lily's my only friend and asking her leads to such weird conversational return, I'll just ask the universe, what kind of purpose are you finding